So let's see the method of substitution for solving simultaneous equations. This is a system of equations right here. So I want you to note the following. First, the best type of simultaneous equation to solve by this method is one in which you have a variable whose coefficient is 1, like in this case. You see that x there, the coefficient is already 1. Why do we want that? Because you begin the method of substitution by making one of your variables the subject of the formula. That means you pretend as if you want the value of this x and you take this other term to the other side. That's how you begin. So it is easier if you have a variable which does not have a coefficient different from 1. Good. The next thing is you should understand what substitution means. Substitution actually means to replace. That's the meaning of substitution. So let's proceed immediately. Let's go ahead. Let's work on this problem. They say 2x plus 4y is equal to 7 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 1. So the first thing I want to do is pick a variable that I should use in substitution. I have picked x. We're going to pick x because it is the one with coefficient 1. So what do I do? Make x a subject in that equation. Of course, we have to label our equations there. So let me pick this black. So let's continue. So if we have to make x, making x the subject in equation 1. So that means, so x will stay here, this thing goes the other side. X will be equal to 7 minus, right? Because it's plus here. So minus 4y. Hold this equation 3. Now the next thing to do is substitute this equation 3, sub 3 in, we used equation 1 to get 3. So you can no longer use 1. 1 has been fried. So you now use equation 2. That's the one you can use, equation 2. So equation 2 says 3x plus 2y is equal to 1. But remember, x has a new name now. This is a new name for x. So wherever we see x in equation 2, we will write this thing. 7 minus 4y. That's what it means to substitute. So you copy equation 3, but when you see x, you write 7 minus 4y instead. So this means 3 times x, 3x is 3 times x. So that gives you 3 times what now? This is what we call x. 3 times 7. 3 times 7 minus 4y. You continue copying. My plus 2y is equal to 1. Expand the brackets. So this means 3 times 7 is 21. The same 3 times negative 4 is negative 12y, and then plus 2y is equal to 1. Combine like terms. The y's will stay on this side. This 21 will go the other side. So negative 12y, I'm just copying, plus 2y is equal to, on this side I already have 1. 21, positive 21 becomes negative 21. So 12, negative 12 plus 2. I borrow 12, pay back 2. That means I will still owe 10. Negative 10y is equal to 1 minus 21, it cannot go. That's negative 20. So I take away that, remove that 10 by division. Negative 10y over negative 10 is equal to negative 20 over negative 10. So that this one, of course, takes care of that. This one will go here 2 times, and the answer will be positive because signs are the same in division. So we keep going. So we see that y, which remains here, will be equal to 2 there. Keep this as the first answer. So what I always say to my students, again, we said this in the previous video, is that you substitute this answer in equation 3, not equation, not that you can't substitute in equation 1 or 2, but 3 is already direct. It's just looking for the value of x directly. You can see here 3 is all about x, so just take it in there. Substitute in 3. 3 says x is equal to 7 minus 4y, and y is 2. So where you see y, you put 2. So that means that x is equal to 7 minus 4 times 2. So x is equal to 7. 4 times 2 is 8, that is negative 8. 7 minus 8 is negative 1. So x is equal to negative 1. We got our 2 answers. Therefore, the answers are x equals negative 1 and y equals 2. Final answers.